Spider-Man Brand New Day opens this Thursday. And if you have not been paying attention to what is actually happening in this film, not just the trailer, not just the headlines, then you are not ready for what Marvel has quietly built here. We are World Entertainment, home of the next big thing in entertainment. And today, we are breaking down everything you need to know before you walk into that cinema on Thursday. Let's start with where we are. Because to understand Brand New Day, you have to remember exactly how No Way Home ended in 2021. Peter Parker made the hardest decision of his life. He asked Doctor Strange to make the entire world forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Not just his enemies, everyone. His friends, MJ, Ned. Aunt May was already gone. And with one spell, Peter Parker ceased to exist in the memory of everyone he had ever loved. He started over. Alone. Anonymous. Nobody on the street knows his name. MJ doesn't know him. Ned doesn't know him. The world moved on without him. That is where Brand New Day picks up. 4 years later. And the question this film is asking is a deeply human one. Who are you when nobody remembers you? And can you still be a hero when the world has no idea you exist? Now let's talk about who is actually in this film because the casting decisions tell you everything about where this story is going. Tom Holland is back as Peter Parker, his 4th solo outing, and by every account this is the most emotionally complex version of Peter we have ever seen on screen. He is older, angrier, lonelier. This is not the bright-eyed kid from Homecoming. This is someone who gave everything and got nothing back. Zendaya returns as MJ, but here is the twist. MJ doesn't remember Peter. She has moved on. She has a new boyfriend. And watching Peter try to exist in a world where the love of his life has no idea who he is, that is the emotional engine of this entire film. Jon Bernthal is back as the Punisher, Frank Castle, and this is where the tone of the film shifts dramatically. The Punisher is not a friendly presence. He is the version of vigilante justice that Peter never wants to become. He represents what happens when a hero stops believing in mercy. Mark Ruffalo appears as Bruce Banner, now a quantum mechanics professor at Peter's college. His role connects directly to the mutation storyline that the trailers have been teasing. And then there is Sadie Sink, 3rd build, barely shown in any marketing, widely speculated to be playing Jean Grey. If that is confirmed, the implications for the MCU are enormous. We are talking about the X-Men entering Peter Parker's world. Here is what we know about the actual story. Peter Parker is fighting crime full-time as Spider-Man in a world that doesn't remember him. The pressure of seeing his old friends move on without him sparks a change in Peter he may not have the power to control. That change, based on everything in the trailers, is a biological mutation. Peter's powers are evolving in ways that are frightening even to him. The film appears to be focused on Peter's physical limits and the emotional toll of his loneliness, with the Hand, an ancient ninja organization heavily involved in global organized crime, also appearing on screen. The Scorpion is back. The Punisher is hunting Spider-Man. Peter is mutating. MJ doesn't know him. And somewhere in all of that, Sadie Sink's mystery character is watching. The runtime is reportedly around 2 hours and 24 minutes, which would make it one of the longest Spider-Man films ever made. Marvel does not give a film that runtime unless they have a story that earns every minute of it. Here is why Brand New Day matters beyond just being a great Spider-Man film. This is the 38th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the 5th installment of Phase 6. Avengers Doomsday is coming in December. The presence of the Hulk suggests Brand New Day will help bridge Peter's solo story into those bigger events. And this film drops just 2 weeks after Tom Holland and Zendaya already appeared together in The Odyssey. 2 massive films, 1 month, the same 2 leads. That has literally never happened before in Hollywood. The first trailer passed 1.1 billion views within 4 days. One of the biggest movie trailer debuts on record. The audience is ready. The question is whether the film delivers. Here is the World Entertainment take going into Thursday. Everything about Brand New Day suggests that Marvel finally understood what made No Way Home work. And it was not the multiverse. It was not the cameos. It was Peter Parker losing everything and still choosing to be Spider-Man anyway. This film strips him back even further. No Tony Stark safety net, no Nick Fury, no Avengers Tower, just a kid, alone, in a city that doesn't remember him, fighting crime because it is the right thing to do. If Destin Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi, one of the most underrated MCU films, brings that same emotional grounding to this story, Brand New Day could be the best Spider-Man film we have ever seen. We are calling it now. This is the film of the summer. Spider-Man Brand New Day opens Thursday, July 31st. Early screenings start Tuesday for Amazon Prime members. Get your tickets. We are World Entertainment, home of the next big thing in entertainment. If you want the full opening weekend breakdown, the review, and everything that happens in those post-credit scenes, subscribe right now and you will be the first to see it. Drop a comment below. Are you watching Brand New Day on opening night? And what is your prediction? Does it beat No Way Home or not?